You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
This was the best move for the Chicago Bears moving forward. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. So the Chicago Bears were really busy yesterday as they fired offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, QB coach Andrew Janocko, among other offensive assistants on the Chicago Bears coaching staff, and decided to also retain head coach Matt Eberflus for yet another season. The Chicago Bears will now begin their search for a brand new offensive coordinator. So on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I wanted to share my top 3 candidates to replace Luke Getsy. But before I move forward with today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I do have a lot of thoughts on what happened today at Halas Hall. First things first, Bears fans, I am not surprised whatsoever about the news about Luke Getsy. We all knew that this was coming. Getsy was a great guy, and I wish him nothing but the best. But I really think this was a bad hire by Matt Eberflus and the Chicago Bears from the start. I think from the very beginning, you can tell that Luke Getsy was incapable of calling an actual NFL offense. Obviously, we all knew that Luke Getsy had no prior experience actually being an offensive coordinator in the National Football League. So from the get-go, I kind of understood what we were getting into, and I understood that it was probably a bad hire from the beginning. But once again, I wish him nothing but the best. But now Bears can actually go and upgrade and find a proven offensive coordinator to either help Justin Fields or a brand new quarterback. I also do want to bring up this point on today's episode of Keek on the Mic because I find it quite funny that the second that Luke Getsy gets fired, that I've been hearing a lot of people on social media saying things like Fields is gone. No way they give him yet another OC. And trust me, Bears fans, I totally get it. This would be Justin Fields' third offense in a 4-year span. Usually at that point, you would absolutely clean house. Obviously, you heard head coach Matt Eberflus and GM Ryan Poles in today's press conference. They liked the direction Justin Fields is going in. They felt like that he improved, and that no decision has actually been made on who the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears will be next season. So when I hear all this stuff on social media, especially from Bears fans saying that this will be Justin Fields' third offense in 4 years, this is my response to this. Who gives a damn? Don't you want to see Justin Fields with a proven offensive coordinator that will actually play to his strengths? Because I personally do. And for the people that are in the back saying, well, this will be Justin Fields' third OC, my response to that is, well, Kyler Murray has had 3 offensive coordinators. Justin Herbert has had 3 offensive coordinators, and Dak Prescott has also had 3 offensive coordinators, and each one of those quarterbacks are just fine at this moment. So personally, Bears fans, this is just my opinion on the matter. I want to see Justin Fields with a proven offensive coordinator that has done it at a high level in the National Football League that will continually play to Justin Fields' strengths and elevate his game. And now the last point I want to bring up before I give you guys my 3 candidates that I think that should replace Luke Getsy as the new OC for the Chicago Bears. I want to talk a little bit about the Chicago Bears deciding to retain Matt Eberflus as the Chicago Bears head coach for next season. And personally, I'm okay with the move of retaining head coach Matt Eberflus. I feel like that we did see some improvement with this football team. Obviously, at the end of the year, this football team was playing hard for Matt Eberflus. I think they started to establish that winning culture. Obviously, losing to the Green Bay Packers in the final game of the season was a major letdown for Matt Eberflus and the Chicago Bears football team. But I was fine with Ryan Poles bringing Matt Eberflus back because to me, that finally establishes that is Ryan Poles' guy. I know for the last couple of years, they were saying, you know what, the McCaskies, Bill Polian picked Matt Eberflus for Ryan Poles. That's not Ryan Poles' guy. I think by Ryan Poles doing this, he had finally said, nope, I am going to live and die with head coach Matt Eberflus. So overall, I am fine with that decision. I said this before and I'll say it again. Any decision that Ryan Poles makes, I will be okay with because I trust Ryan Poles and the direction he has this football team going. But Bears fans, I do want to mention that moving forward with head coach Matt Eberflus, I will be cautiously optimistic. And the reason why I'm saying that is because since you are bringing back head coach Matt Eberflus, now there's going to be high expectations for the Chicago Bears football team as soon as next season. I expect by next year that this Chicago Bears football team should be in the playoffs. And that's why I keep saying on many podcasts right here on Keek on the Mic that Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields should actually be a package deal, because if you move off of Justin Fields and draft a new quarterback, you will be trending towards the same cycle that has cursed the Chicago Bears for many years. You would have a coach in his third season on the hot seat. You would have a new quarterback in either Caleb Williams or Drake May or coordinator Jaden Daniels with a brand new system. Then if that doesn't work, Flus would be fired. Now that new QB is already onto a second coach in a brand new system. And once again, this is the Chicago Bears cycle. It has not worked in the past with John Fox, has not worked in the past with Matt Nagy, and I don't think it's going to work now with head coach Matt Eberflus. And I've told you guys this before. I do not trust Matt Eberflus to draft his guy. I know a lot of people are saying, well, now this is the perfect opportunity. You got rid of Luke Getsy. That means you should just get rid of Justin Fields and allow Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles to draft their guy. They have no ties to Justin Fields because they weren't the ones that drafted quarterback Justin Fields. I totally get that. But once again, I do not trust the cycle that the Chicago Bears have been on because it has not worked in the past. And once again, I do not trust Matt Eberflus to pick his guy and to develop that guy to actually be a good quarterback in the National Football League. So once again, even though I am totally okay with Matt Eberflus returning as a Chicago Bears head coach, I will say it again. I feel that him and Justin Fields should be a package deal for the Chicago Bears moving forward. All right, Bears fans, let's go ahead and talk about the three guys I would like to see replace Luke Getsy as the new Chicago Bears offensive coordinator. As always, as I'm going through these three options, go ahead and interact with me, engage with me. Let me know who you would like to see the Chicago Bears hire as their new offensive coordinator. The first guy on my list, Bears fans, is Miami's quarterback coach, Darrell Bevell. And Bevell might actually be my favorite option for the Chicago Bears moving forward. He has proven and has major accomplishments as both a quarterback coach and an offensive coordinator in the National Football League. Every quarterback he has worked with has had at least one 4,000-yard passing season. He's a Super Bowl champ as an offensive coordinator. He's had a top 10 offense every year he was an OC, and he has developed and worked with Brett Favre, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, Trevor Lawrence, and Tua, and I believe that he can develop and unlock Justin Fields, or if they decide to move on from Justin Fields, any rookie quarterback coming out of this year's NFL draft class. So personally, Bears fans, Darrell Bevell is very high on my list, and I would definitely welcome him as a new offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. The second option on my list, Bears fans, is 49ers passing game coordinator Klint Kubiak. Even though Kyle Shanahan is the mastermind, the offensive mastermind behind the San Francisco 49ers success, the work that Kubiak has done for the 49ers offense and Brock Purdy definitely can't go unnoticed. Kubiak also has served as the Minnesota Vikings offensive coordinator back in 2021, where he found some success as the offensive coordinator. That season, the Vikings ranked 11th in points per game, 12th overall in both yards per game and yards per play, and also produced 5 games of at least 400 yards of offense and at least 30 points. So I definitely think a guy like Klint Kubiak should definitely get a look to be the Chicago Bears' new offensive coordinator. I do like the fact that he has worked under Kyle Shanahan this season, so he has learned a lot, not only from his dad, but from Kyle Shanahan, two great offensive masterminds. So I think he does have that experience as well. Obviously, he has the experience as the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings back in 2021 as well. So I definitely welcome Klint Kubiak as the next Chicago Bears offensive coordinator. The last guy I want to keep a close eye on is Jim Caldwell. And I understand that Jim Caldwell wouldn't be the most attractive or sexy option for most of you Bears fans, but he has a proven track record, especially with quarterbacks. He worked with Peyton Manning during his prime. He also coached Matthew Stafford as well during his best years in Detroit, which to me, he found a lot of success in Detroit, which is an accomplishment in itself. And even though he's not a young and upcoming coach, he is someone that knows how to develop quarterbacks the right way and bring the most out of them. And I believe that he would do the exact same thing right here in Chicago, either Justin Fields or possibly a new quarterback as well. I definitely think this is the most unlikely option, but I definitely think Jim Caldwell should get a good look to be the next Chicago Bears offensive coordinator. So overall, Bears fans, these are the 3 names I would welcome as the new Chicago Bears offensive coordinator. Do you agree with these 3 guys? And also let me know who you want the Chicago Bears to replace Luke Getsy with as the new offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. But before I let you guys go, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. Better than that, be back for our all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.